Hello everyone, Darkside Phil here, and I am profiling one of my statues for sale. This is the Emma Frost premium format figure from Sideshow Collectibles. This is one that I bought a long time ago, back in 2010. It's actually one of the earliest ones that I purchased for my collection, way back when. And I'm looking to sell it. I have a few things to tell you about this figurine. It's pretty unique for a few reasons. First of all, it was a limited run, I believe, of only 500 pieces. In fact, I believe on the bottom here it says, yes, this is number 416 of 500. It's probably very small, but I can show you to that as a close-up. 416 of 500 shows it right there. Why is this a run of 500? You may have seen this figurine on the internet and said, but I thought that this was a run of 750 pieces. I don't understand why you're saying there's only 500. Because this is not the standard edition. This is the Sideshow Collectibles exclusive edition. I'm going to open this up and show you why this is the exclusive edition in just a moment. Okay? So, Emma Frost, the White Queen, one of the more popular Marvel Comics figures in the 2000s. I actually have not followed Marvel Comics in a while, so I don't know if she is still, huge in that regard in the Marvel Universe. But I was, a fan, and it was one of the coolest figures that I saw at the time when I was starting up my collection. And now I'm going to offer her for sale. So, only 500 of this were ever made. I have one of them. However, there is something that I'm going to have to show you, unfortunately, a defect, that manufacturing defect that I noticed when I did receive this figure, okay? So let's open her up. I'll just rotate it to show you the rest of the box. Alright, it's intact. As you can see, no damage on the box. The box is intact fully. We're going to open this up. All the styrofoam is intact as well. Now these Sideshow collectible figures, they tend to have some issues with packing, meaning sometimes they have stuff on the outside. This one does, so that's why I'm sliding it very carefully here. I believe this one in particular has some things on the outside that we need to take off. Yeah, right here. Oh no, you know what? We actually packed it on the inside. Good. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to open it up. Okay. So, it's got a base, okay? Your main figurine right here is actually all one piece, and it slides into the base with the foot. So rotate around here. And there's a peg in the foot that needs to go into a hole, and that's what gives it its standing support. It can be a little bit of tricky to get it in, but once you get it in, it's very, very firm. There we go. Rotate her around. As you can see, her cape actually has a wire attached to it, and you can mold this wire however you want. I actually curved it a little bit when I originally got it, but you can mold this in any kind of formation that you would like. Now, here's why this is the Sideshow Collectibles exclusive, and this is what I want to show you guys, okay? The normal Emma Frost figurine that was sold, which was 750 pieces, came with two arms. These two arms right here, which you attach like so. Magnetically. They actually have magnets inside of them that hold those arms in place. Okay. And that's what the figurine looks like, okay, when it is completed. What I'll actually do here is move the styrofoam, push her back a little bit. And as I said, you can actually adjust as you want the cape. If you want it to be flying over her like that. Look how, see, it looks dramatic. Oh, and you can stretch it out, or you can attach it to other things to hold it in place. That's the general look of the figurine. Now, the reason that this one is more valuable and rarer to only 500 pieces, because this one comes with an alternate arm that actually holds Cyclops' visor. There was a big plot line, in the X-Men comics where Cyclops, after Jean Grey passed away, eventually fell in love with Emma Frost, and so they were kind of an item, so signifying that, you could remove this arm, and you could put in the arm with the Cyclops visor. Alright, I typically didn't do that. I usually use the standard hand, but I want to warn everyone, take a look. Now, keep in mind, I didn't damage this. This came like this. As you can see, the finger does have a crack on it. And apparently when they manufactured this, it was very fragile, and I was reading some reviews online, people were saying it tends to break easily. I never dropped it, it never fell, it just did this by itself. So I want to, up front, tell you guys, out of this entire figurine, alright, there's no damage to anything here, but I want to let you know that the standard arm here has some cracking. It's just the way it was manufactured. That's number one. That's not even the only defect on this thing. Number two, she's supposed to have right here, below her navel, an X-Men symbol. She doesn't. Look, here's the box. Here's the figure. Never came with it. It just never came with it. And if you actually look, it looks like there's a dot of glue there. So apparently when they manufactured her, it had it, but then when I finally got it in the mail, it didn't have it. And of course, I contacted Sideshow Collectibles at the time, and they were like, well, do you want to do a full refund for this? I was like, no, you know, this is silly. It's a tiny little thing. So up front, I just want to warn you guys of those two things. I don't want to be misrepresenting this figure in any way, shape, or form when I go to sell it. It has a few problems, and they were actually like that when I got this figure new. It wasn't that I dropped it or nothing. It's, you see, there's no paint chipping or nothing. It just had that defect when I got it. So here's the deal. I can't even find this figurine for sale online. What I did see was the standard edition that didn't come with this visor. I've seen going online in two different places. In Europe, I see a few people selling it for about anywhere from 250 to 300 euros, which would equate from anywhere from, say, 300 to maybe 350 American dollars, okay? Since this is a more limited run, I would think that it's even, you know, more valuable than that. Then I left eBay. I actually went to a different website, and someone was trying to sell it, the regular edition, again, for $500. But they hadn't sold it. You know, it was just listed there for $499.95 or whatever. So I would probably think a reasonable price for this figurine, being that this has no damage besides the X-Men symbol, would probably be in the $300 to $500 range. Now, admittedly, it has damage, and that's why I'm obviously very willing to accept offers. So the way this is going to work, if you like this figurine and you're interested in it, please send me an email to darksydephil@hotmail.com. That is spelled with a Y, so it's DARKSYDEPHIL@hotmail.com. In the subject line, please title it Statue Offer Emma Frost. And please give me your basic information, including your name and where you are in the world. I'm going to warn you guys ahead of time. If you do not live in North America and or in the United States where I live, I would probably not recommend you making an offer, simply because the shipping costs outside of the United States are exorbitant. Just recently, I mailed out some packages that were probably about half the size of this figurine and probably not even half as heavy, and it cost me anywhere from $50 to $100 to ship them internationally. So that is a forewarning. If you are possibly going to make an offer and you're international, understand the shipping cost could be exorbitant, and we are going to have to talk about that, okay? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see, you know, a few days to a week after posting up this video, what kind of offers I get. If I get some significantly interested people who are legitimately interested in getting the figure, then we will talk offline and possibly make a deal, okay? If not, then after a few days, I'm going to put this up for sale either on Amazon or on eBay. And I will link this video so that you guys can see the actual figurine, you know, in person, understand exactly what you're getting with the defects that it came with. Okay, I like it, but I'll be honest, I was pissed when I got it and it had some defects, but I wasn't going to, you know, refund it at the time because it was so limited. I don't even think they had a replacement. They just wanted to give me a refund. So that is it for the Emma Frost premium format figure. I hope to hear from someone soon. I hope to give it a new home somewhere where someone will enjoy it. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope to hear from you soon.